welcome to installing Star Citizen on Linux. Today we're using Flatpak to install it. First of all, head to the Star Citizen Linux user group website while the intro plays. The link is in the description. Okay, now that we're here, we have to go to Alternative Installations and scroll down a little bit. And there we already have the Flatpak installation. I'm using Nix, so you can use the Nix installation, but Flatpak also works. And here you see some simple instructions for it. So let's start at the beginning. We grab these two repositories and add them. So when you copied the first two commands in, just add the two repositories and we're done. The next step is to install the RSI launcher Flatpak. For that, you also have to have Flatpak installed. If you are on NixOS, this is how I installed Flatpak. You can just enable it. After you install Flatpak, you can go ahead with the second command from the description. In my case, the launcher is already installed. And then finally, just launch the launcher. I think at this point you can also launch it like this, but we will do it like it says in the wiki. Now it finished installing it, so we launch it. And here we are, the launcher is open. And now you can just go ahead and install the game. I won't force you to watch this all, so we see each other again when we're finished installing. Oh, but before we start, I read on the Discord of the Linux user group that there is a problem with launching Star Citizen right now with the new release of 4.5. So they said that it has a Vulkan by default, so we have to change it to DX11 now. For that we just follow the wiki. They say here that we have to go into the game settings and change it. For that we have to create a USER.cfg. So I just realized that since we used Flatpak, we don't install it in game. It's not like in the wiki, but on the wiki you can go to the Flatpak for more information. And here he says that we should use the RSI maintenance to open our config files for editing, and there would be the folder for the Star Citizen. So we just do that, launch maintenance menu, and we have it. Then open game directory. We want to create this user.cfg inside Star Citizen program files, Robert Space Industries. Then here we should go into Star Citizen. There is no user.cfg yet, so let's just do it. User.cfg. Let's make sure that we have the right name. Just user.cfg. Yes, and we edit it. We copy the whole thing over and we're gonna make some edits. I use a bigger display. So when I put this in, I read in the Discord that a few people have the mouse cursor problem, so I just enable this. Borderless window mode is also something that I like. And this here is the important part. We want to force game render DX11. I'm going to add max FPS. That's all. Right, and quit. Hey, my bad. I took the time to actually read the documentation and I saw that they say within the live directory. This is the wrong place. We have to copy the user CFG that we just made into the live folder. And with this, we can go into the live folder. There we have the user CFG. Just restart the Star Citizen launcher again and hopefully we can just launch it. Sometimes an error pops up, but you can usually just ignore it. You can just press cancel here and wait. And at any moment, there should be the pop-up for Star Citizen, exactly like this, and then just be a little patient. First startups sometimes take a while, sometimes there's a message for force quit or wait. Just wait, it's starting up, it gets faster with the next startup, and then we are in here. Let's quickly create a random character and yeah, see if it works in-game as well. Personally, I want to go to Nix because I just like Levski. Alright, and we are in-game, spawned directly into the hangar. First of all, I want to see how the FPS are looking. Let's look at the display info. I'm gonna zoom in for you a little. This is the first startup in Levski, which is not that optimized, and we're reaching 60 FPS easily in the hangar. I might be different when we are outside, but nonetheless, it seems to be all working, all fine. There are a lot of graphic options that you can still change to improve your performance. Well, that is it for me for installing Star Citizen on every Linux, even on NixOS. And stay tuned for a cool video about the Reliant Tana soon. So there's nothing left but to wish you some nice holidays if you have holidays. Enjoy the festivities if possible. And hope to see you next time. Goodbye.